Hello. Welcome back to Stormvale Castle, where I left off, because I'm pretty sure this little quest line can make progress now that I've killed Morgott. And it will get me one of the ancient smithing stones. I don't think it's somber, but if it was, it would be nice. But I'm gonna talk to Kenneth and Nefeli Lu, see what happens. If nothing happens, then I will probably go back to the mountaintop for a while. And it'll be good. Oh. I also read about how I should probably be using this gear. Strengthens glintstone sorcery skills, which I guess applies to magic damage. So I should consider equipping that eventually. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Like prioritizing, I don't know, incredibly minor fashion until it feels necessary. Wait, yes I have, good. Yeah. It'll be fun to explore the areas again with, basically, it's gonna just be this weapon and this weapon for the foreseeable future. The hammer worked well, but it was kind of dull. Whereas this has a fun weapon art, so it has flair. Anyway, I just need to run through all this again. Just all the way up to the top. Yep. And I'm up. So, do you have anything to say now that I've done some stuff? No, that's the same. Did I miss something? Let's go back here. See if Nefeli Lu has anything new. If not, then I will leave this for this episode and then deal with it next episode, which will be recorded right after this one, so I'll just search stuff between now and then.
It reminds me of
Maybe I have to rest here. I'm not sure. But yeah, actually, if I search it while loading, I can probably figure it out. Maybe if I rest at this grace, it matters. Is that really what I needed to do? Or did it turn me around? Nope, that might be what I needed to do. If it is, I really think that's one of the flaws with these games. Yeah, that's so specific. You teleport there, you explicitly have to rest there for them to show up here. It's kind of silly.
It's been some time. I must thank you for your aid. I told Father I would be with him no longer. I remembered the vow I took when I first became a warrior, so many moons ago. This land is much like the one from which I hail. I will call upon the storm to drive away the foulness that has settled on the winds.
Neat.
Ah, nice to see you after so long. Safe and sound, I take it, yes? Good. Ah, quite. I have indeed selected a new ruler. Lady Nefeli is strong and just, worthy of the burden of Limgrave's lineage. Such is the sincere opinion of Kenneth, no less.
Height, okay.
For the time being, I share command of the castle with my lady. But I plan on returning to my fort afterwards, at which time I can fulfill my old promise by raising you to the glory of knighthood. I hope it is just as wonderful as you imagine. For the time being, at which time I hope it...
Am I gonna have to go back there?
Again, some call me by the title, though I have now abandoned my former guidance. I cannot express how much you've helped me.
Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone is...
Should you become, I would gladly lighten your burden.
I believe that's not the somber variant. Yeah, not somber. I think the somber variant can be collected... I think there's one before the actual Moog fight. So maybe I should go explore that. Though I have decided that with the Art of War, I'm gonna upgrade the Death Poker to max just because it has enough unique flair to it that it's worth using.
I took you for no matter. It's lay out your arms.
And it's not like it's super hard to get +9 stuff eventually, so I might have had other stuff planned when I wrapped up last time. I still don't know what this is. I don't know if I mismarkered that or what. I'll check it later. But it's time to explore here. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Fun. I really think this is... Mountaintop of the Giants is, in my opinion, when the game starts to get a little worse. But only when I get to the snowfield area, I think. Like, it only becomes really annoying, in my opinion, when you can't see what's going on. Which, this part, you can still see, which helps a lot. Oops. Let's fight this guy. Probably he's about to turn around. Yep. Okay, that was pretty funny. That shouldn't have worked. Oh, got me. Yeah. I didn't think that would go well, but I thought it was worth trying. But yeah, he didn't get staggered by the explosion or anything. And then I got staggered, so I couldn't roll out of the last hit. Whatever, not important. But I can ride a horse. But on another note, I don't know, it's just weird, boring, day-to-day, meaningless stuff, but natural peanut butter is quite weird. It's great, because it's just peanuts, but I don't know why it's interesting to me, but it's such a pain. Like sorry, do I have? I do. For like normal food that is reasonably convenient, fresh, it's weird to call it fresh. Jars of natural peanut butter that start out, you know, they will be separated because it doesn't have an emulsifier. I'm not sure if it's an emulsifier in this case. You get natural peanut butter. It is separated, so you have to stir it, you have to mix it to get it all mixed, and you have to do that pretty much every time you want to eat it. Or use it. I guess you eat it, but you use it generally on like bread, then eat it, but that's meaningless verb differences. But it's really quite a pain to mix. But it then made me think of how growing up, my parents always got like unsweetened, unsalted peanut butter, but I never knew that. So living by myself, I was like, oh, I want to buy some peanut butter. I buy like normal looking peanut butter, and it's sweetened, salted, or it's sweetened at least, and that's... Sweetened peanut butter is weird to me. Oy, oy, oy. That's just a big pain. I hate birds. You know what? I have a better weapon to use for this. I have an anti-bird weapon. It's somewhere. Right here. Okay. I need to upgrade the anti-bird weapon. But it's good to have an anti-bird weapon. It's good to know that anti-bird weapons exist. I missed. Oops, I figured I'd miss there. Okay, got it, good. But it's probably something where if you grow up used to sweetened peanut butter, it doesn't taste gross and incredibly artificial. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. objectively, other than, like, you know, additional sugar in your diet you don't really need, but it's just one of the wildest differences where something about it being sweet makes it taste incredibly fake. Is my impression, like, it made it taste off. It's just an interesting, like, I bet if I grew up eating it, it wouldn't taste off because that would be what I'm used to, obviously, but it's just, you know, very specific experiences in life and how they shape you. Always fun to learn that, I mean, I didn't even know sweetened peanut butter existed because it was just always unsalted, unsweetened. I think this is going to be rough if I try to fight them because, yeah, there's two of them. I think it would go poorly if I used this. Okay, I can't jump there, but I can if I go up a little. I think I fight this guy over here first. Hope that their buddy... No, their buddy's gonna aggro for sure. I'm gonna play this kind of like a stealth game for a little. Oh, I'm stuck. Come on, speed up. Backstab. Not a backstab. Not a backstab somehow. Genuinely pretty surprised that was not a backstab. It does absolutely nothing to stagger and fall off a cliff. Okay. Doesn't do any stagger. Probably shouldn't try to use it in that scenario. Bet the hammer would be better here, actually, just because it would hit harder and stagger them more. Let's go on equip that. Yeah. It's... I wonder what the origin of, like, why people started sweetening peanut butter. Whether it has some impact. I don't think sugar helps with preservation. But, though. Yeah, I don't know enough about the specifics of preserving food. I'm pretty sure sugar is detrimental, though. By virtue of sugar being a very desirable source of energy. So I wonder where that originated. Whether it was just somebody... Ooh, that's good. Never mind, it's not somber, it's just normal smithing stone. Still good, but... Like, I wonder whether it was just someone liked it, so they made it, other people just liked it. Like, maybe it was just preference. I don't know. Maybe it was just... The preference was before it became as manufactured as it is now. And sort of the manufactured nature plus the sweetness makes it taste weird to me. I don't know. Like, I assume, like, natural peanut butter would be the, I don't know, traditional way it was made. It's possible. Like, it's a scenario where it wouldn't totally shock me if peanut butter is a lot more recent than I would expect. So it doesn't... Oops. So it doesn't have that, like, pre-manufacturing era background. It wouldn't shock me. I wouldn't expect it, but it wouldn't shock me. Okay, so that's where it just was. I'm not gonna fight these guys. I don't think it's worth it. There's too many of them. They have AoE, they don't stagger with this weapon. So I will move along. For now. I think that's enough of a extra lap around that section. I can check this side again. What's this gonna say? Okay. Kind of weird. Anything in this little tower? Okay, let me read this. Could this be a house? Much more fun than try luring them out. Something about exploring this makes it hard to... Something about this area makes it hard to, like, focus on other stuff. I don't know. Or maybe it's just hard to focus because of my sustained annoyance at trying to mix peanut butter for like 20 minutes to try to make it like incorporate properly, and it still leaves a bunch of clumps. It's a real pain to mix peanut butter. That should not have hit them. I swung on the right, it was to my left, but I guess the start of the swing hit. I should have died there. To a bird. To get off my horse, I guess. Is it gonna go up? A little. Okay, it's gonna be in the, I don't know, Breath of the Wild mountaintop. But, you know, between them. I mean, any similar structure. It's just the first thing that comes to mind is the Breath of the Wild one. I'm assuming that is... How do I do this? I have spells, don't I? Yeah, I could throw some rocks at it. Don't really use magic enough. I could also use... is it this button? Nope. Wrong button. Don't use magic enough. Oh. Somber 7. Honestly, not worth the time. Which is kind of sad. I guess the issue is doing the Ronnie questline. Kind of got me to far more upgrades than I should have at this point in the game. But like the whole Ronnie questline's 100% doable before even getting here. So it's kind of weird. Could you do the Ronnie questline without even beating Margit? Because you can go around the castle to get to Liurnia. You can probably get to Ronnie. This is probably nothing. I don't know why I hopped off the horse. Yeah, Dung ahead, which is talking about the one over there, I guess? I don't know. What are these gonna say? Oh, they're talking about... No. Still no nest? I don't know what they're talking about. Unless they're just referencing the generic Dark Souls stuff, where you can curl up in a ball in a nest and travel somewhere. Or it's talking about all the birds. I don't remember there being a nest. We almost could have fallen off a cliff there. Okay, where's the line? Yeah, that's pointing near here. Which means maybe it's up above? Or it's... Oh yeah, this part. I remember this part. I actually kind of like it. Oh, it must be down here. Yeah. Okay, in we go. Mountaintop catacombs. Giants mountaintop catacombs. Which means it's probably the Giants mountaintop catacombs, not the Giants mountaintop catacombs. Like, it's the Giants mountaintop. It's the catacombs within the Giants mountaintop, and not the Giants catacombs that are on the mountaintop. Key distinction being Yeah, okay. Saw that coming. Kind of fun. It is pretty fun to use. I'm kind of happy with that. It's much more interesting than the hammer, for sure. When it can be used against enemies that can be staggered. I really hate these guys. Are there... No, there's definitely a fight that's 2 of those, right? Oh, I just remembered that... Okay, yeah. Once I do the mountaintop, I need to remember to go down here. And that marker was for the worm monster. Whatever it's called, I can't remember. Spirit? The spirit that gives the golden seed when you kill it. It was to mark that on the upper map, while also being completely unrecognizable, given that I marked that probably several weeks ago. Ooh, that was a bad roll. I definitely marked that several weeks ago. I want to test something. If this benefits the direct attacks, this one? Like, if this will benefit the direct attacks, I might use it for a bit, because then I'll be able to two-shot the guys. I won't use it. I won't only use it. I might use it for more bossing, but for here, if this will... I don't know how it applies. If it applies to the magic damage of this swing, and it's like... If it's enough, then I'll two-shot these guys instead of three-shot, and that's a big benefit. I might not need the whole set. It's a little... I don't know, it's like copying Roguer's style, you know? You gotta be unique. Not that I actually care about that much, but... I don't know, it's like a minor... It's an incredibly minor self-imposed challenge to playing. Yeah, that didn't help the swing much, but it did. He did die in 2 hits. Which could have been a coincidence, I'm not sure. It could have been that the first was a running attack, so it did a different amount. Okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna heal. They're both gonna throw. I'm gonna accept getting hit. It definitely did help. Except, maybe it didn't. I think this is worth testing. I'm thinking it doesn't, because what was said is that it boosts... It boosts magic damage. But... Well, admittedly, it's probably a minor enough boost for this specific weapon that it might not... Well, if the full set is 8%, it should be 8 more damage, because I'm at 102 magic damage on the weapon. So it should be 8 per swing, which would be 16 total, which should consistently make it 2-shot with how close they were to dying before equipping it. But then, does this weapon have a sweet spot, maybe? Maybe you have to hit it with the tip to do more damage. Because I know some of these games, some weapons in some of the Dark Souls games do have sweet spot effect, which is a perfect place to test. That was super close. And if I am further away, I think that, yeah, that was the same, so it might not have a sweet spot. I should have tested the okay. This guy's not that dangerous. Oh, that's kind of rough. It 100% is a benefit. And that was 14? Maybe it was 940, that one was 14 less, I think. Unless I'm doing my math wrong. Or I misread the number. So it definitely does benefit the swings and not just like magical attacks. It's all magic, which makes sense. But I felt like I should double check because how do these guys see? Like, can I sneak up behind them? Or do they just sort of sense everything? Like, if I sneak here, will they notice me? They don't. Good. That's pretty good. That's very satisfying. What's this guy? Oh, hello. Yeah. What? That was 826 as well. I think 826 and 840 were the two or yeah, 826 and 840 I think were the two numbers that I've seen. So I'm not sure if it's random variance, that I don't think it just has random variance. I think it has position-based variance depending on where you hit stuff. Okay, that guy takes 8 years to explode because he has to actually be in melee range. Okay, good to know. I was thinking it was going to be like the burning humanoids who explode after a certain amount of time and not... I almost got guillotined there, I think. And not just based on activating it. Yeah, that's 826. That's the same damage, I think. So maybe it doesn't apply in this context? I should find a good testing dummy. These are probably pretty good. It's 500. Except then the second hit did 507, but that's the second swing. First swing, 500. 500. Seems consistent enough. Yes, it is the same on the swings, but it definitely changes this. Except I can't really test that because I wasn't paying attention to the smaller ticks. Okay. But 1970 was the final number it gave. I mean, that must be more, but it could just be because it was higher HP. That was from full HP. I can test it again. I just kind of like the numbers. Yeah, okay, 1970 is the number. Is that 8% though? 1970? 8% of 1,000's 80? Yeah, that makes sense. About. Like almost 2,000 plus 160 is close. Should equip the FP restore. Yeah, 2111 makes sense as about 8%. Cool. So yeah, it does nothing for the swinging, which means that it's kind of useless for what I'm using it for here, which was to hopefully consistently two-shot the imps. But I was able to two-shot the imps sometimes anyway, so I don't know what's up with that specifically. Spin to win. I don't know which is better. The light attack or the strong attack. Because the light attack does still do a lot of burst instantaneous damage while having a dot afterwards on the ground. Whoop. I don't know. Or a burning field. Burning? Freezing? I assume that the burning, the fire, the ghost flame on the ground does still apply... Did I get lost? Did I get myself turned around somewhere? Did I forget? Did I miss a lever to pull? Or this is a different location because this guy's explode. Okay, so this should be a different spot? Unless I totally missed these exploding pots previously. No. they do explode. Okay. Ooh. This guy took a while. So I don't know if I want to go... Oh, camera. I don't know if I want to go up this. Or is this one of the ones where... Hey. Got him. It's not Alexander, right? Yeah. Okay, no. The strong attack is better burst if you don't trigger the actual special light attack. Oh, and I was down below earlier. I was down there earlier, I think. That makes sense. Okay. I still think I probably should have gone up that staircase, because there was probably something there. But I should be able to get back to that pretty easily. So if I drop here, and then I'm down there. If I continue onwards, probably. I didn't step on it this time. Everything should be dead. No more explodey pots to kill me. Oh, never mind. There are explodey pots still. I guess they just didn't react last time, or maybe I ran far enough away that they de-aggroed and they didn't blow themselves up. Huh. I didn't expect that. It's kind of interesting. That they would actually de-aggro instead of just exploding. Okay, so I'm back up here. I didn't mean to step on that. I didn't step on it last time, so now I... What are you doing here? You're just dead. Now I drop back down here. I drop down here. I go up the stairs. And see if there's something different. Or if this is where I just was. I think this is where I just was. Yep. Okay. Makes sense. Which means that it's not a loop, it's that I just missed going down here instead of up. Ah, just sneeze, excuse me. I do kind of like how jiggly the hat is. It's very, like, jello-y. It's like a, octopus. Get the little tentacle on this side looking up a little, like a Dumbo octopus? I think Dumbo octopuses are the ones that are really cute. And are kind of... Maybe the octopus kid... Oh, what the... The octopus kid in Finding Nemo might be a Dumbo octopus? Okay, they just flew above the explosion. That was a waste of FP. Ah, fun. Bye. That's a lot of damage. Was it an aerial counterattack that it did? I need to look at a Dumbo octopus. Oh, I had a tab that was open about spider hydraulics, where spiders move their limbs basically via hydraulics, and that's why when they die, their legs all scrunch up, because it's depressurized? I'm not actually sure about the specifics, but it's related, like they crunch up because it's hydraulic. I got distracted from Dumbo octopi by accidentally closing the tab about spider hydraulics. Yeah, Dumbo octopus. Very short tentacles, I guess. And like little wings. Ear wing things. They're kind of cute. They are still octopi though, which is like, octopi are not gross. They're just a little bit off-putting. I was trying to figure out where I was going. I don't really want to lose 100,000 souls. Runes, runes, runes. 100,000 runes. This is where I want to go. Oh, but I need to find my way back to where I just was, and I don't actually know where I was. because I didn't expect to run into a new enemy then, so hopefully they don't chase me. Oh, they do. Good. Rough. Hit him. Thank you. This one has enough reach, actually. I think it might have better reach than the Dark Moon Greatsword. If it does, it's kind of barely better, but I think it might be a little. Yeah, the Dumbo Octopus. It's like also blobfish. Blobfish are interesting because the image of a blobfish that is, I'm going to say, traditionally known isn't what it actually looks like. It's kind of just because of the horrific nature of pressure. Where going from its home at the in the depths of the ocean to the surface causes it to like rupture in some sort of way that causes it to deform from what it actually looks like when it's alive underwater. I mean, they still look pretty blob adjacent, but I'm just moving stuff around. I want to see if I can find the specifics about why. Wait, what? Sorry. Okay, so this isn't that elevator. Where was the elevator that I took? It just looks the same, but I need to find that elevator so that I can... Okay, so this is here. I might die? Okay, I got lucky. Okay, so I'm here. I'm back kind of where I know I am, but I need to find where that elevator is. I guess I could look at the map and see that it's in this direction right now, but... I'm just kind of... This one did a very good job of making me feel lost. Okay, drop here. Drop here. Find the elevator. It's an elevator that I hadn't seen. So I hadn't seen this elevator previously. So I went down the elevator even before I went up the elevator, which is why I felt so lost when I went up the elevator. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to look at blobfish, though. I don't really have enough time to research blobfish while riding an elevator, though. I don't... Yeah, blobfish, it's like a very... Wait, no, I got attacked from behind, didn't I? After I was dead? Yes. I mean, it didn't matter in the previous attempt because I was dead anyway, but... These guys do a lot of damage. Maybe it's because of the armor I'm wearing. Like maybe I'm used to the armor I was wearing before, which was more defensive, which for now I'll switch back to. I'll use that occasionally. For now, the defensive choice and the style are gonna outweigh that. I don't know what I was using here. I mean, if I didn't have a specific glove that I cared about, I might as well use those ones. And if I didn't have specific leggings that I used, I might as well use those ones. So that's 4% more damage. That's better. It's a good mix. A little bit of damage, a little bit better defense, I think. And still the exact same, like, style. I don't know what I want to do here. So I think I want to attack it until he freezes. Though he might be resistant to freeze, given his cold tail. Or frostbite is what it's called, not freeze. Really not a fan of these creatures. Oh yeah, that's not happening. I don't think he's gonna freeze before I kill him at this rate. It'll be better to just use the Ash of War if I get an opportunity. Okay, that was just a bad choice. And I think I just stay away from him now. Kind of does a bad job. Oops, camera. I'm stuck. That was okay. Run away again. Actually, if I do this, and it just sits on it, that's actually very effective. The fire was still there, but... Oh, I was hoping the swing would have enough vertical to kill him. And I died. Because I didn't have... I could have probably rolled. I probably messed up on the dodge. I was greedy. Trying to read about why the blobfish looks like it does when it's lifted up. Oh no, that's a lot of run back. I probably should have just played it uber safe, stayed away, only did the R2, R1 so that it walked on the fire. Oops. I mean, if I died now, that would save a lot of time. I have no reason to go back for runes that don't exist. I'm trying to read about the blobfish. Hey, that's rude. I'm trying to read about the blobfish. Okay, this is annoying. Can I backstab them? Oh yeah, I can. It doesn't kill them though. Okay. Probably drop. Oop. No reason to do that, but... Okay, time to read. Yep. Can't find anything interesting about that whole... blobfish info. Yeah, it doesn't look nearly as freaky and blob-like. What's the boss gonna actually be? Like, if the boss is another one of these, like, watchdogs, it's gonna be a weird... Oh, wait. Is this where I need to go? Oh, yeah, I did actually send it up to check where I was. I remember now. Whoop. I should probably send it up in case I die again. I shouldn't die again because I should play better, but... I'm not cautious enough. Doesn't help that I want to research blobfish while I'm here to find like an explicit, like scientific, oops, discussion of the impact of like depressurization on blobfish. That's gonna land on me. Yep. I love enemies you can just run away from. It's fun. It's a lot of souls, runes. They're called runes. The issue with trying to find facts is like National Geographic is behind a paywall. I don't know anything about the Smithsonian mag. I assume it's actually officially managed by the Smithsonian in the US, but for all I know it isn't. It could just be something using a similar name. I mean, and the first image that shows up kind of draws into question the scientific veracity. But okay, it's a what? Are they? What the? Or so they're saying the traditional image of a blobfish. There's a Mr. Blobby is an... But... That's just weird. I don't understand that web article. I'm thinking that it's... Because the issue with a blobfish being called Mr. Blobby is that I know that there is a UK... Great Britain? I'm not sure. But there is a mascot character for a TV show named Mr. Blobby that might have been based on the blobfish for all I know. There was another one. Oh, there he is. You know, let's just get a bow and shoot him with that. I don't use bows enough. Sure, golem great bow. Let's see if they'll let me shoot it without having to change my equipment. Nope, I have to change my equipment. Great arrow. Please? Nope. Something just swung. I missed this guy. Do they take more damage when they're trying to pretend to be a statue? Trying to shift up a little. Okay, I guess I can't. Why? What, how far up do I have to go? Okay, he can spin in midair very effectively. Stay full HP. And... monster. I guess I just do this, though. And he just flies right over it. The issue there was the camera. Because I couldn't trust the camera to... because I'm locked on. I should have not locked on. I'm dead. I got lucky. I think he might be immune to freezing because he's a rock. Because if I lock on and try to walk under him, I will not be able to roll backwards because that will roll me into him and stuff. I'm not playing this very well. I'm dead. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm really not a fan of this enemy type. They just do this all the time. Or almost all the time. And I'm done. I'll fight him one more time, but I'm not using this weapon because he just spams the vertical jump attack that makes the fire useless. I've wasted way too much time on this one enemy. I don't know how long I've been here. It's been way too long. I'm gonna skip till I'm there. And by that, I mean I'm not. It's just gonna be running there and switching to a better weapon. A better weapon for this fight. Because I really... I need to go this way. I remembered this time. Like this... I don't like the watchdogs because they just do that attack and it's just annoying. It's like a flying enemy except kind of worse. I mean, dying here would be pretty good. I mean, it would make all this past like 20 minutes totally a waste of time, but... then I wouldn't have to go back, but... I shouldn't die to this many times. It was a real waste of time. The world's ugliest animal is our fault. Blobfish are built for deep. No pressure is no good. Sometimes a blobfish minding its own business on the seafloor finds itself swept up in a net. Yeah. Relieved of the high pressure of the depths, which hold the fish together, The waterlogged tissue collapses into a traumatized gelatinous mess. So yeah. It's just kind of... It makes sense that an animal doesn't respond well to going from super deep to like surface level pressure. Yeah, and they look, I mean, they still look kind of weird in its natural state, but they don't look nearly as weird. They look like, I mean, they look like almost any other fish, but with little spiny things. I was looking at the picture of the blobfish, I almost got shot. These jars are very fun. How do those jars exist? Like, isn't the Jar Society all about, like, honorable warriors who kill people and then stuff their flesh inside themselves? Like, I thought that's what they were all about. So why would they have jars that are designed to just blow themselves up? I don't know. It just doesn't... I mean, they could be forced to exist in that state by whatever magic person made the catacombs or whatever, but... Okay, I'm going all out here. Okay. Buff. Grab this, lock on. Strong attack. Strong attack. And die anyway because I'm bad. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm dead. Okay, the imp did not get me. Which is important. Oh, that's a longer reach than I thought. I need to not fall off a cliff. I need to not fall off a cliff. That's the big important thing. Yep, and that's camera. I tried to roll forwards, but it didn't work because camera shifted because it flew over me. I'm just going to cut back to being here. I'm going to grab my runes. And it's going to go very poorly. Because I don't want to waste more time doing the run here. Because, I mean, I'm already 8 minutes over where I wanted to stop. So, I'll just be back at that fight, dying again because I'm doing terrible. Because it's not a real boss. It doesn't feel like... It just feels weird that it's this scenario. But yeah, I'll be back. One more ride up. And then I'm there. But as I was going, I was like, okay, I had a tab open about mobula rays, which sometime in the last, I don't know, 15 years, 10 years, 15 years, it was learned via genetics and such that... Can I shoot this guy? Wrong button. That mobula rays and manta rays are... like part of the same family of, animals. And so them being treated as separate is maybe off. Like traditionally they're viewed as different families of animals and such, but genetic evidence suggests they are not separate. Good aim on that. Okay, that should have hit. What is this game? I actually did equip the Godfrey icon this time because I remembered that I had it unequipped. I don't have time to go in on for that. And I'm fine, good. That took way longer than it ever should have to kill that one guy that was completely worthless. But now I killed him, which is worth it. But yeah. It's just fun looking at the Wikipedia article for Mobula rays. It's a genus of rays, and in the, like, you know, usual introductory paragraph, it's like, their appearance is similar to that of manta rays, which are in the same family, and based on genetic and morphological evidence, the manta belongs in Mobula. Like, the way it's written is, so their appearance is similar to that of manta rays, which are part of the same family, so you can't really say, like, oh yeah, like, traditionally manta rays are in their own group, Manta, but if genetic evidence... Ugh, that's actually the first time one of those hit me. If genetic evidence has shown that Mobula rays are in the same family as manta rays, you can't really say, oh yeah, they look similar. A Mobula ray looks like... I already got this, right? You can't say a Mobula ray looks like a manta ray after it's been proven that a manta ray and a Mobula ray are the same. Like, a manta ray is a type of Mobula ray. Like, it's kind of silly to write that. Presumably it has something to do with Wikipedia. Oops, I'm going the wrong direction, aren't I? I assume it has something to do with Wikipedia's rules for who knows what. That doesn't look right. That looks broken. Yep, it was broken. I'm also lost. I just came from here. Yeah, okay. I'm lost. Which is kind of impressive. I guess I just keep running this way until I find another elevator. I should be stopping because it's 15 minutes over my intended target, but I kind of want to clear the catacomb, so whatever. The only reason it's 45 minutes is because it seems like a reasonable time. Oh, this is a different location. Weird. Okay. I guess they just sort of swing back and forth. What a weird enemy. Just very odd. Weird. Hey, it curled up like a spider would. Haha. Continuity. So this is a new area, I guess. Oh, actually, perfect. Fight me. Ooh, he was about to cast magic. That's not very warrior-like. Warriors don't cast magic. They punch you. The new place. What the... Where am I? And now I'm back here. Because that's a separate drop-down from the other drop-down that I dropped down to get to here. Okay, so I know where I am now. Sort of. And I don't know how to get back. I don't think it's here because this is going to loop me, isn't it? Because this is just going to take me back up to where that guy was. And I can't teleport out. This takes me back to where I fought this guy. Right here. There's no way out of here. I'm lost. I must be missing something very obvious. Oh, actually, yes. I know the easy way back. I think if I go down below and then drop. If I go under this elevator, drop down to where that jar is, then drop down another level, that might be the way back. I think that's what I need to do. Whoop. That was a very... He didn't get staggered at all. I got staggered more by my drop attack than he did by my attack. Okay, now I have to run all the way back again. Great fun. It was my own error, but it's still surprising that my drop attack and then 2 swings didn't stagger him in the slightest. Like, none of it did anything. Anyway, back to Mobula Rays. Like, it's just such a... Well, mostly talking about Wikipedia and the entry on Mobula Rays as opposed to Mobula Rays in general. Just how I find it interesting that... how it's written that with... like... as though... like, despite evidence that Mobula Rays and Manta Rays are in the same family, you can't... they're still comparing it like, oh yeah, it's a real coincidence that this Mobula Ray looks like this other Mobula Ray. It's just weird. They're apparently called Devil Rays, Flying Mobula, or simply Flying Rays, because they breach the water and fly, which is kind of neat. It's so weird, this article. And then, depending on the species, the Devil Rays can attain widths up to 1.1 to 5.2 meters, the largest being second only to the Manta Rays in size. But that's saying the largest Mobula Ray is smaller than the largest Mobula Ray, if genetically it's proven that Manta Rays are part of the Mobula Ray family. It's just... weird. Like, because this is referencing something from 2017. They're both referencing 2017. They're both referencing the same thing from 2017. I guess maybe one... it's just odd. Can I access the journal? I could read the abstract. Okay, I'm not reading it right now. I'm not that interested in Mobula Rays, but I can actually read the entire paper if I wanted to. Cool. Interesting. Some of the stuff that the paper itself, that Wikipedia cited, is citing. Like, the paper that... what is this guy doing here? The paper that Wikipedia cites, or that is cited by whoever wrote on Wikipedia, has some citations from 1841. Maybe because it was old, like, samples that they're referencing, but... I'm also very lost. I'm kind of focused on this Mobula Ray thing. 1788? Mobular. Wow. Interesting. These are some real old references. Paraphyletic, with the inclusion of manta, has been suggested many times previously in the literature, and molecular, in contrast to the comparatively sparse genomic sampling of nuclear data. Hundreds of independent. We are thus able to demonstrate for the first time that this relationship holds true based on inferences from the nuclear genome, and is therefore unlikely to be the consequence of inadequate genomic sampling, mitochondrial introgression, or lineage sorting issues. The inferred topology suggests that the terminal mouth that is present on M. birostris and M. alfredi is a derived character within Mobula. I kind of want to read that. I don't know anything about biology. I don't know enough about biology to actually get anything out of reading it. And like, a lot of that meant basically nothing to me. Like, I don't know the specifics of nuclear genome stuff. It could just be nuclear in the sense of nuclear family or something weird like that, which also doesn't really make sense. I don't really know where nuclear family as a term comes from. Like, in my head, the term nuclear family... Okay, I'm back here. This is right near where... No, this isn't near where I died, because where I died was a replica of this area, but a different version. Oh, this area is so complicated. Okay. This is where I can't look up enough, but I think that's where I dropped down multiple levels. Unless that was a fake out. And then I went up... No, I went down here and died right here. Yep, okay, it's better to strong attack than to... 2 light attacks. I think 2 light attacks should be just as effective as 1 strong attack. But I think my way home is dropping here. And then this way, I think. I might be finally home. I've been home multiple times because I died 15 times doing this. But yeah, what? Okay, my image of nuclear family as a term is associated with basically that it's like the idealized family in like the Cold War era, but maybe not. No, it's been around since 1924. Stone Age? What? Why nuclear though? Why is it nuclear? A nuclear family, also known as an elementary family, atomic family, serial packet family, or conjugal family. I guess it's sort of a question of what the word nuclear means in this context. Because maybe nuclear has more definitions, or a specific interpretation of existing definitions that makes it clearer. Okay, please not another dog. Oh no, this is the bad one. I remember this one. This is the one that I hate. It's way too small of a space to be fighting one of these. It's such an awful fight. I hate it so much. I hate the small space. It's so small. And I figure why nuclear? Etymology. The term nuclear family first appeared in the early 20th century. Merriam-Webster dates it to 1924, while the OED has a reference to the term in 1925. I need to pay attention so I don't fall off a ledge or die while I'm running. Oh, I hate that they got me. I'm gonna die. Please don't die. All that effort to recover my runes, and dying here would be terrible. Aha, invulned. I'm gonna die. Up, up. I'm dead. What a waste of time that whole thing was. What a waste of time everything there was. Trying to figure out why nuclear. Okay. The phrase is taken from the general use of the noun nucleus. It's like the core of something. That is kind of nothing to do with that. Anyway, now if I die again, it's not an issue. All because these gargoyles are really annoying and I don't want to have to waste time fighting them. Observer families, reading about, doesn't matter. I guess that term nuclear family is kind of awful, huh? It's like, oh, it's a close family. Any family that isn't the traditional family dynamic is not a nuclear family because they're not close. Kind of awful. I really hate this fight. I'm dead. I'm dead again. Okay, what a waste of time. I'll do this next time, because I should really wrap up. This was just a terrible, terrible, terrible time. I died a bunch to a weak enemy, I died a bunch to this. I died too much. So I'll continue next time. And I will probably beat that reasonably quickly. because it's not that bad a run, but I wasted so much time on that watchdog. Oh, that was really bad. You know what also would help? Using this occasionally. But I never use it because I forget about it. I'll just continue right here next time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.